Last week was the Summer Game Fest and Xbox/Bethesda showcase. Join us live as we break it down. And join us every other Monday as well at 3:30 Arizona time at twitch.tv/lonercast. And later on every podcast service known to man by searching Last Week in Games. Yeah! What is up, boyo? Welcome to Last Week in Games, where everything is video games. My name is Jake. That is Nick. Nick.
Hello, my name is Nick.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good. I'm doing all right. I'm tired.
Tired?
You know, it sucks. Life sucks. I'm gonna end it.
Wow.
Man, I can't continue.
This man got dark as hell right
Take
here.
me out. Take me out. It's over. It's over. There's no point.
Yeah.
But you know, when I look at it the other way, on the other side of the flip on the coin, it's good. It's good. You know,
Other side
we're living life.
of the flip on the coin.
You know, I'm still alive. Alive, still breathing. So
Still
everything
alive,
is
but I'm
sunshine and
barely
rainbows.
breathing.
And we're back. We're back, baby. We brought me back from the pit of despair. I'm back.
Hey, man.
Feeling good.
You may be sad, but we got some video game shit to talk about today. Like,
I'm no longer sad.
just like that.
Just like that.
We've turned it around.
It worked.
Oh, shit. Yeah, we're talking video games today. As many of you may well know, Summer Game Fest happened, and that's basically what we're going to be talking about today. I'm very excited. Nick, I'm wondering if we should skip what you've been playing just for the sake of time.
Let me get you here real quick with that. I've been playing nothing new, so perfect, easy, simple.
See, I have a lot to say about what you've been playing, but I kind of want to save it for next week, just because.
Save it for next week.
I think I could go on about it for a while. Here, this is what I will say about what you've been playing. I've been playing Tetris Effect Connected, classic mode, okay, and I'm preparing because Game On Expo in Arizona is coming up, and there's gonna be like a classic Tetris.
Did you get your tickets?
I plan on buying it on Friday when I get paid.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm going to that, and I plan on competing in the Tetris Championship. I won't get far because I suck, but
no, I'll be there for you. I'll make a sign that says Tetris Champion 2023.
Go Jake! Go
Jake! I'll be the only one with a sign, and they'll kick me out because I'm just gonna be.
Yeah, but you know they do classic Tetris there, and there's a classic Tetris mode on Tetris Effect Connected. What's really annoying is there's no single player mode for Tetris Effect Classic, which there absolutely should be, because the only way to do it is you go into like a local mode and you play a bot, and then if you beat the bot, right, but you die before the bot is done, there's a 2-minute timer that you have to like sit and wait, or you have to quit out and restart it, and then you don't get your points either. And you know, you want to level up your rank and shit, and that's annoying. It takes forever. So just wanted to complain about that with Tetris. That being said, let's fucking get into it, dude. Okay.
Let's do this. This show is going real quick. This is it.
This is it. This is it.
This is the one we've been waiting for. Really, this is the E3, not E3.
Okay, so Summer Game Fest happened. Let's do this. Let's start with this. Okay, let's rank Summer Game Fest as a whole. You know, starting.
We don't rank it here. But if we had to, if we had to, what would we give it?
Right.
That's
what I'm saying. We don't use number scales or percentages, but if we were to do that, Summer Game Fest as a whole, including the Xbox Showcase, Game Fest, like proper, you know, the Capcom thing that just happened, Day of the Devs, all that stuff. What do you think? How do you feel about it all?
I'm gonna use Pwn 1 God's number system in this one, I think, and I'm gonna say 10 out of 16.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah,
I think that's bad.
I give it a 10 out of 16. It's not good.
That's actually not that bad though.
It's not that bad. Exactly.
It's like a D, right?
Perfect. It got the point across. It's fine. It was fine. It was fine. That's the point I'm trying to make. 10, maybe 11 out of 16. It was fine.
16. Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, I think I'm right there with you. 10 out of 16.
Beautiful.
I think there were some moments that really shined in the Summer Game
Yes.
Fest.
Hmm.
Overall, the entire event, including PlayStation, the PlayStation had a couple moments
Yeah,
that
that is true.
were cool.
We did talk
Because
about that last week, didn't we?
we talked about that last week,
Okay.
but that is included with Summer Game Fest. We're not going to talk about it again, but I'm just saying that
Yeah.
included. There was some neat stuff shown, but like overall, it's like, especially like Keeley's thing specifically, like that
Hmm.
event was so eh. And we'll talk
Yeah.
about that in a minute. In fact, let's just jump right into Keeley's thing, okay? It all
Hmm.
started off, it all kicked off with the Game Fest, which we're going to break down here, okay? Summer Games Fest show, Nick, overall, how do you feel about that? We don't rank things here, but if we were to
We
rank
don't
things
like
here,
if but what if we oh man, this one I think this one kicked it off with that like 10, 11 out of 16 for me, to be honest.
okay, yeah.
It was like a very meh, like you said, it was I think this goes for all of the shows that we saw
Hmm,
this week. I
interesting.
think they all kind of land in that C minus, it was very like all the way through. But that's not saying there aren't some great shit. There isn't some great shit coming out pretty soon. Um we got some bangers, some shit I'm excited for, some crap I could care less about, but other people may be excited for.
Right,
Um it's I I felt like this year there weren't a whole lot of gameplay. There wasn't a whole lot of gameplay, and that was my biggest issue. Like if you're going to show off a game, and this happened a lot with the PC game show, where it'd just be like an indie dev, and you brought this up while we were watching it. It was like there was an indie dev, new indie dev, you've never heard of them, or like they've made like very small things in the past and you don't remember them. And then they're like coming to you this uh developer. You're like, I don't know who that is. Here's a story trailer. And you're like, what? But what is your
right.
game though? But like it was a cutscene, but it wasn't really, it was just like a theatrical version of what the game's idea premise is, but it had nothing to do with the game, the gameplay, the characters, anything. Um and that happened a lot this week. It was like people don't have games ready, and that's really upsetting. Um
Yeah, or like even though they do, it's like I don't know, it's like they almost don't know who their market is. Like at these
yeah.
events, like yeah, you can have those trailers, but I want to see what the game actually is. There was like you said, there's not a whole lot of gameplay, and if your game's not ready, okay, fair enough. But like if you're an indie dev and you're like, here's our game, doesn't the aesthetic look nice? It's like yeah, but what do I do in the game? Like that's my main thing.
Mhm.
Is just like, what do I do? Like what am I
Yeah,
gonna be doing? Because
yeah,
you could have the greatest story ever, but if it's a puzzle game, I'm just not gonna be interested. It's not my style of game, you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, there's so many times where I'm like, I wish I knew. But to
Mhm.
stick to the Summer Game Fest thing, like that showcase in particular, um, I'll give it a little bit of a pass. Just as far as Jeff kind of came out and was like, temper your expectations. It's like not that
Yeah,
fucking nuts, dude.
yeah.
Um, the thing that I won't give it a pass for though, and I've been thinking about this a lot. People
Mhm.
watch this in IMAX. Like people went to a theater and watched
Did
this in
they?
IMAX. Yeah, because Jeff had a deal. It's like you can go to IMAX and watch this hype ass event with all your buddies because it's gonna be hype, dude. And I just think like, man, imagine going to an IMAX screening of this and just being like, I mean, that was cool. Like
Yeah.
there's no like you go to those things to be like, fuck yeah, that's crazy that was announced. And there was nothing like that here. There
No,
was some cool
no.
stuff shown for sure, but like I don't really care to see that in IMAX because I'm not going to be playing the game in IMAX. Um,
Also like connection speeds and just the bit rate of the streams. How does that work
I do wonder if like Jeff, whoever he partnered with, he
in
like sent
IMAX?
Oh shit, you're lagging out a little.
I'm lagging out a little. Don't worry about it. It's Wi-Fi. Like I'm saying, the bit rate of the Wi-Fi, you know,
Right.
how could it be consistent?
I do wonder if like Jeff had like sent the pre-recorded thing to them specifically to like show it off. I I
Maybe.
I could see that. Like, here's a fucking flash drive. Like we sent it to the IMAX, like we send a movie to an IMAX. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same way, but
yeah,
like,
I mean, like if you're paying a premium to go see it, I could see that.
okay.
So I mean, maybe that's worth it because yeah, a lot of these streams look like ass, but then you go back and watch them later, and it's me
That's
me.
4K 60 frames, yeah.
We were talking about this on the when we were doing the live reactions. Like, why don't they just post it live instead of doing a live stream? Just like, okay, at
Yeah.
10 p.m. we're
Yep.
posting the thing.
Yep.
Okay, it's posted. You
Go
know,
watch it. Yeah.
like you post it beforehand, so it's all gone through YouTube and like, and then you just make it live at 10 a.m.
Yep.
I
Yep.
guess they don't want people skipping around to the end to see what the one last thing is. But you could do YouTube premieres as well, right? That's a thing.
I don't
Um,
know.
yeah, YouTube premieres is a thing, and I think the bitrate would be higher because it's not technically live. I don't know. It's something to
I'm not
think
sure.
about. Something to think
I'm
about.
not
I
sure how that whole thing works.
I get the live aesthetic though, because they're like, we want the hype, but
Everybody, yeah, we want everybody to feel the same hype at the same time. But if your show's not that hype, do a Nintendo. You know, just go, here's the video.
well, even Nintendo does it live though.
Do they still?
They release them as
Stupid,
live
dude.
streams. Yeah,
Stupid. Maybe they get more money from live streams.
maybe, maybe.
Instead of
Um,
views, you got viewers, and that helps out because then you get viewers and also views. You know, I don't think it'll ever change. I don't think that'll ever change.
well, let's jump into this. Summer Game Fest happened. It
Okay.
started with Street Fighter 6, which we had already gotten at PlayStation. Uh,
Yeah.
but I guess like the big thing here is they announced some character that I don't care about.
I mean, it's just a character. There's Guile.
They
Guile's in it.
yeah, they
Of
showed
course he
Guile, but
is.
it's like yeah, Guile's gonna be in the game. Yeah,
Yeah. There's also a new character. I forget his name. Luke. Luke is the new character.
yeah.
But they
So
showed that on PlayStation as well.
yeah. So Luke is there. Get hype for Luke, guys.
Yeah.
Then they went to the oh Jesus, let me mute this. They went to the Callista Protocol, which we
They sure did.
saw before as well, but this time they did a whole fucking gameplay breakdown sort of deal. Um, how'd you feel about the Callisto Protocol?
Dude, it looks like Dead Space.
Yeah,
It plays like Dead Space. I am for it. I said this last week. This game looks great. It looks so good.
yeah,
And I'm excited. I really am.
yeah. Big fan of the aesthetic. I'm like super impressed just by like the lighting looks really impressive. There were some moments that like in the gameplay, it's like, why would you put that in the gameplay? Like demo, where,
Yeah.
where like you see like he kills a character and the character like does the whole glitching out thing,
Glitches out a little bit. Yeah.
and you like,
That's not done, man.
yeah. But I guess it's like we're gonna show you a true representation of what the game is, so that's cool. Um,
Yeah.
One thing I will say about these gameplay demo thingies, right? They always get rid of UI and they always get
Yeah.
rid of the reticle. And it's like,
Hmm.
don't show me the UI. Show me
Yeah.
the
Show me
reticle.
the game. Yeah.
Like I know you're trying to
That's
make it
part of the
more
game.
right, you're trying to make it more aesthetically appealing, but to me I'm more interested when I can actually see what the UI looks like
Yeah.
cuz that's what I'm going to
How
be
cluttered it is and stuff like that. Yeah.
that's what I'm going to be experiencing through the game. So like show me. Yeah, that always makes me feel weird. Um, then they showed off a game called Stormgate. Um, what was Stormgate? Oh yeah,
It's from the ex-Blizzard veterans that did the RTSs from Blizzard.
right. These the StarCraft dudes, and it's a free to play
Hmm.
StarCraft game. They showed off a lot more of this at at the PC game show actually, and
Yeah.
the one thing that I thought was really cool about this game, which they talked about at the PC game show, was the esports aspect of it. Is it's like built into the
The online.
it's built into the game. So there's like a section
Yeah.
that's like esports. So then it's like there's small tournaments going on all throughout the world. I imagine it's basically just like a server, but then they'll also have like the legit esports
Hmm.
done just like within the game. And I think that's really smart and probably the future of games like this, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be.
Thoughts? Any thoughts? No.
I think it's cool that it's free to play. If they do it right, and they should, because at the time that it comes out, it should be owned by Microsoft. So for right now, I don't like it. It's very microtransaction heavy, I'm sure, the way it's designed. But I think once Microsoft gets it and they work with it a little bit, it might turn around and become more of like maybe a battle pass or like uh what do you call a riot sort of game where they do um what do you call it? They cycle like the races and stuff like that. So that
Right.
would be kind of cool to do. Um the free to play aspect kind of worries me, but it also intrigues
The
me.
future of
So I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. I like RTSs. Um yeah, we'll just have to see what's entail.
anyway, moving right along. Aliens Dark Descent. That was kind of surprising for me.
Was
Wasn't it?
it? I got nothing from that. I felt zero anything. My head was empty during that whole trailer. I did not give a shit. This is one of those games that like somebody may care. I don't, you know.
I guess what's exciting for me is just another Aliens game. I like the property of Aliens. Uh, I'm not too sure what the gameplay is. I think it's like a uh, what was it like a strategy sort of thing?
The first person or single player action game where you like tell your squad what to do.
Okay, yeah. So this could go one of two ways. You know, this could be a cool alien isolation sort of thing, or um, it could be aliens, colonial marines. You know, so
Hmm.
Alien doesn't have necessarily the best track record, but um, still cool that like an alien game exists.
Yeah.
And we'll see more in the future, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy for them if they get it right again.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna. No way in hell am I gonna pick this game up.
Yeah.
I just don't. I
I
just don't
was
care.
honestly hoping for a like aliens versus predator sort of game,
Hmm.
which would have been
Yeah,
really cool and neat.
yeah, like a multiplayer monster game for sure.
Yeah, like the old alien versus predator games though, where like you could play as the alien faction or the predator faction or the army
The
faction.
humans, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that shit was so dope. Um,
yeah.
moving right along again. Let me just say that so many times throughout
So
this.
many times you'll say moving right along.
This
It's
this one's for you, Nick. This one
this
is
one is for me.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Why don't you just talk about it? Uh,
I mean, it looks like Call of Duty. It looks great. They showed off gameplay of the story. It looks like Call of Duty. That's all I really have to say about it. They didn't show. I was really hoping they'd do like a multiplayer match or show like the gunsmith or something multiplayer related. But it was just a story mode, and that's quite all right with me. This game is coming to Steam, so that's exciting. We haven't had a Call of Duty come to Steam for a while, I think. Um, yeah, I'm
yeah,
excited for it.
might be the last Call of Duty game to come to Steam as well.
It could be. It could be.
You know, with the acquisition going on.
Hmm.
Um, and I also think that they said that this is going to be like the last Call of Duty before they take a break for a year. Um, so that's interesting.
That's
Um,
also good news.
I think that's good news too. Yeah, just yeah. I think you can build off the model now
You,
is like you can build off of this and do different seasons.
yeah.
Um,
And
which
you
on
don't need three teams doing the same game. You do not
true,
need three. Just
true.
move them somewhere else, doing something else. You know?
Yeah, yeah, true. And yeah, it almost feels like the original Modern Warfare like got cut short just because they're like we got to get the next one out when they
Yeah.
could have probably, you know, just kept
Yeah.
developing on that until this one came out, you know.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah, as soon as Black Ops, I believe, came out, they're like, and the season passes are over, all of your upgrades don't matter as unless you play like Warzone, but you cannot progress in this anymore. There's no more progression, we're not updating anything. It's like, oh man, well, I'm not buying the other ones, so
Yeah, I think like a 2-3 year cycle for Call of Duty is probably the move. And then you
yeah.
could still have multiple teams do it, but like what you do instead is you have the team that actually develops the next game, and then when the game
Mm,
comes out, the other team like takes over and does all the DLC and all that stuff.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
um, that's the move. And these always seem to be. This is what Treyarch.
No, this
Uh,
is Infinity
in
Ward.
Infinity Ward. Sorry. Infinity Ward always seems to be the ones that like people like the most. So just let them
Yeah.
make the games and let
They're
the
the
other team.
classic. They're the
Yeah,
classic and original yeah.
yeah. Just let them make the games. Have the other
Mhm.
teams do something else. You know, go make
Yeah.
another fucking Tony Hawk or something. You know.
Yeah. Make
um,
something new. Like, I don't care what it is. Just make something new.
the thing that shocked me the most about this though was while I was watching this, like the water on the ground looks bad. It looks bad, which surprised me. Um,
Really?
yeah, it looks like they had some sort of like, you know, water thing and then put like a wave texture on top of it and it just looks
Oh,
bad.
yeah. Yeah.
Um, wasn't impressed with that. It just felt like a weird decision. Like, let's do this one mission on a boat, but like the one thing that looks kind of bad in this game is water. Um,
Yeah.
it feels
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, that
Uh,
is a weird design choice. Maybe they didn't have any of the missions. Well, they should have the missions done, so
yeah, I feel like this game should probably be
it's
like
coming out in October, so
pretty much in the can, but I don't know. Maybe they just liked the layout of this. I don't know. Uh,
maybe.
but moving right along. Flashback 2. I really don't have much to say about it.
No, it's a side-scrolling
Yeah, it's kind of
platformer, action platformer.
it's
It's kind
kind
of
of
balls.
neat.
Kind
Oh
of
yeah,
balls.
this Fort Solace game where they brought Troy Baker out on stage to talk. Which this is another game where it's like this looks cool. What's the game though? You know?
What is it?
All
Yeah,
right.
what am I watching? Yeah, exactly.
Like
This
is
is
this
like the
a
first one.
walking simulator or am
Mm,
I like
yeah,
Alien Isolation where I'm hiding or like what is this?
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of frustrating. Um,
It's just yeah.
go ahead. What?
No, it's just kind of like they're showing you scenes from a movie. It feels like
Right.
I'm watching a movie trailer.
Outriders World Slayer. I didn't realize people still played Outriders.
I don't think they do. I don't think they do. I think this is like their last hurrah. It's like
Yeah.
maybe we can get people in if we put out more shit that looks very gray and boring. Um,
One
and
thing
that's exactly what it looks like is gray and boring.
one thing I do like appreciate about it is like they have the old school model where it's like we're just releasing a game. We don't have seasons. It's just a game. We'll have an expansion and it's just a game. You know, like I do appreciate that aspect of it.
Yeah,
Uh, but this game, Witchfire, which is what they showed next, looks
I don't
pretty
remember this one.
pretty fucking cool actually. It's like a first person shooter type game. Um,
When you got magic hands.
yeah, magic hands. I don't know. This looks cool as fuck. But it's
You know
also one of
what?
the. Go ahead.
It's kind of reminiscent of Dishonored. Like the way the gameplay
Right.
moves and like the abilities you get. It's very I see very Dishonored esque
Yeah.
set in like medieval
Only
times.
like more action packed than Dishonored. Dishonored is very much like let's stealth around and stuff. But
Yeah, Dishonored mixed with like Doom.
yeah, I could see that. I think this looks really fucking cool actually. Watching this again, like this looks pretty fucking sick. Um,
Yeah,
but it is one of those things where it's like it could come out and just be like super boring. It could be one
yeah.
of those things. So I hope that's not the case. But it could very well be the case. Um, routine,
Moving right along. Moving
moving
right along.
right along.
There you go. Okay.
Routine is another game where you're sort of walking around in a weird environment,
And nothing really
and you're
happens
just
in
like,
this trailer.
what is the game? Like, I like the
Yeah.
aesthetic. I like what I'm seeing. What am
Hmm.
I doing in this game though? Is it always just walking, or am I going to be shooting things, or like what is the
Like,
game?
is it like a Five Nights at Freddy's sort of thing where you gotta stealth around or yeah. And
Right.
it's
It's
and guess what? It's by a publisher or not a publisher, a developer that I don't know who that is.
right.
I don't. What are the names? Lunar Software and Raw Fury. Never heard of them. Not that I can think of. So
It looks like that 10 years of I guess this has taken 10 years to make, but it's like what is the game though? I don't know.
yeah,
Fall
10 years.
Guys, Fall Guys season 1.
It's free to
Um
play.
it's going free to play, which is great. Um I don't know. Are people playing this still? I don't know. Um
I don't know. I think that's why it's going free to play, just to get more people into it.
it's the move, and it
Uh,
just seems to be Riot's model.
what do you mean?
Riot Games is just all their games are free to play pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's just I don't know. It's just to get people to play. I'm
Right.
sure.
Right. And they're
Um,
like, we can make money off of season packs
Aesthetics.
and like
Yeah,
yeah, especially this
yeah,
game. I might jump back into it. It's been a while.
it sure has. But there's some people that have been playing this since day one, and they know all the tricks and whatnot. And everybody who will be playing it is going to be that way. Um, when does this come out? June 21st. So that's when I would hop in back into it. Is June
Oh
21st.
yeah, totally. Next
Um,
Tuesday.
yeah, I wouldn't fuck with it until then.
Yep. I'm sure there's so much stuff in there since the last time I played, which was season
Could be.
1. Uh I mean, this is
Yeah,
season 1, but you know what I mean, like since
but
the
yeah,
launch.
yeah,
Um anyway, High Water just looks sort of like a artsy fartsy sort of game. Um
yeah. They didn't really show like the point of any of it. You're just on a boat and you're moving and you're boating.
right.
That's it.
It's
That's
like
it.
they show us what the game looks like at least, but like
Mm,
what's the gameplay, you know?
yeah.
It's
There's
frustrating.
no
Just
like
show.
explanation like, oh yeah, you're supposed to do this. This is set in this time. Like we see four characters.
This says
That's
High Water is an adventure strategy game that
I
explores
didn't
the
see any
themes of
strategy.
climate change. Right. It's like how is it an adventure strategy game? Like it could be really cool. I don't know, but
Yeah.
um American Arcadia seems like another
Yeah.
that
Another side scroller. But this one actually has like a cool premise as far as I can tell. It's like what is that show? That movie where the guy is living entirely within a TV show.
the Truman
Oh,
Show?
and Truman Show. It's like Truman Show, and you're Truman, and you're trying to escape. I kind of like the premise of it.
Yeah.
Um,
I think it looks cool. And they actually showed like what the gameplay looks like.
yeah,
Which appreciated.
yeah.
You stealth around and it's like 2D but 3D. Yeah, appreciate that. Still it's like what is the gameplay, but you know, at least it gives a sort
Mhm.
of example of what we're going to be doing here.
Yeah.
Um moving along. Goat Simulator 3.
I have
Uh
to say, when this trailer started, I thought it was going to be Dead Island
I
2
think a lot of people thought that.
because
Uh,
it starts literally the same way Dead Island started. Um,
I think they did that intentionally.
it could have been.
They're like, "This is Dead Island," and they show this guy, and then they show the face, and I'm like, "No way! What is this? The
No,
Sims?"
yeah, exactly.
And then the goats show up, and I'm like,
And then you're like, ah, it's Goat Simulator 3, obviously.
And I was like, "Wait, there was a two?" And right after Jeff
Uh,
said sequel, I'm like, "Wait, what the fuck?" But apparently, it's just a joke. Like there is only two, and
but it's still called Goat Simulator 3.
I'm just I'm sort of like, what do you do? Well, like, how do you expand on that game? Like, what else?
Yeah. What else is there? Yeah.
Right. But hey, Goat Simulator. If you're a fan,
Like, yeah.
you're a fan. Marvel's Midnight Suns, I'm actually excited for. I do want to see a bit more gameplay, but they did show a little bit. Um, like I'm pretty excited for Midnight Suns. I love the XCOM games. This looks different than XCOM, but
Yeah.
it still looks cool, and I love the way the characters look, and like
Hmm.
I mean let's just keep it real here. I'm a Marvel fanboy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I love seeing Venom just fucking coming out and fighting Iron Man and Spider Man looking cool with his Midnight Suns outfit, and then
Hmm.
the Hulk showing up, and the Hulk has like horns and shit.
Yeah.
Looks pretty cool. I'm into it.
You get Wanda also in Evil Wanda, Evil Venom. Can't tell who that guy is on the left, and then Evil Hulk. So it's gonna be kind of interesting. Um, I'm very curious about this game. Very, very curious. I don't know what to think about it as of right now. I would love to see actual gameplay, like extended gameplay of it.
Yeah, I'm nervous about it. I kind of want to play like a demo or something. Um, just because like yeah, the card system. I don't know. You hear card system and it scares you, but like it, if they do it right, it could be cool, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, exciting. They showed a good big chunk of Cuphead: The Delicious Last Course, which was neat. Um,
yep,
it looks like more
yep.
Cuphead.
Sure
Um,
does.
the one thing that stood out to me, and I hope they expand on a little bit, is that like he was the character was sort of jumping up a
Yeah,
ways, and I was
yeah.
like,
Up instead of just sideways. Yeah.
yeah, I was like, if they expand on that a little bit, that's actually pretty cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that's
I have a
cool.
feeling they'll do something unique. Um, and they say it's their biggest island, so that's intriguing as well. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'll have to jump back into that game and actually beat it. Neon White got a release date. I know people are really excited about this. One thing I do appreciate about this trailer that they showed was actual gameplay. God
yeah.
bless.
Constant gameplay and a premise. We got a whole premise as well.
Yep.
Uh, the guy's like, "Hey, yeah, you're in hell and you're trying to get to heaven by doing God's dirty work."
I mean, it makes sense to show gameplay though. It comes out in like 3 days, so.
Yeah,
But
that is true.
I'm intrigued by it. I kind of want to see some reviews before I really fuck with it. Um, but you know, it seems like you know, JRPG sort of thing. Um,
Hmm.
so cool. Midnight Fight Express. Um,
I
yeah,
don't know what to think about this game.
it's like an isometric sort of fighter game. It looks like a
Yeah,
Devolver game. Um,
it does, but it's not made or it's not produced by Devolver, not published by Devolver. Yeah,
no, no. But it is. I guess it was written by the co-writer of Destiny 2, The Witch Queen.
and there was
So
a stuntman from God of War. That's a weird thing to put in your trailer. And a stuntman from God of War. Great, cool. I loved his work on God of War. You know, like
I mean, it's
weird.
something. It's something. I guess it's just them saying like we mocapped this,
Yeah,
which is cool. August 23rd. So keep an eye out for that. Looks cool. Warframe update sort of thingy. Um,
yeah.
yeah, I mean, if you're into that, I don't know.
Yeah.
Is there anything to say about that?
No,
Uh,
I nothing.
Honke Star Rail. I'm sure you have something to say about this shit.
Not really. It looks cool, very anime.
Yep.
Um, it's made by the guys that made Genshin Impact. They have like a whole bunch of games coming out now called within the Hoyo verse is what they're calling it. And this is just a new game. It looks like a an RPG of some sort, like a JRPG. And
Yeah.
if we didn't see much gameplay, but if they do it right, I'm down because the characters look great.
Is this
So
supposed to be like another like free to play sort of thing, or is it an
I'm not even
actual?
sure. I'm not even sure.
Because if it's an actual thing, I'll do
Yeah,
it. If it's a free to play thing, less interested. Um,
yeah.
because that's what the next one is, right? Zenless Zone Zero, which is also
I
made by
don't even
them.
know if it's free to play, but yeah, I don't know if this
I
one's
thought
free to play either.
I was under the assumption this game, Zenless Zone Zero, was supposed to be like the Genshin replacement. Um, but
I don't even know if Genshin's getting replaced. I think they're just expanding a lot.
well, you know what I mean by replacement. Not like it fully replaces it, but over time it probably would. You know.
Yeah,
Um, but maybe not. Maybe they're like, fuck it. We've got Genshin. Now we're gonna make some like Persona ass games. All
yeah.
this sort of looks more like a
Bayonetta
yeah,
almost.
yeah, yeah, like a platinum game.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if they do that right, that's cool.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
I just have my doubts with them just because Genshin is such a gotcha. You know.
Yeah, Genshin. And then the other thing that they did was Honkai Impact, which was a phone game to its core. Um, so
Right.
it's it's one of those things to look out for because it's very stylish. All of their games are really fucking stylish, but also gummy, you know?
Right.
So we'll see. We'll see how it is.
Um, I lost my place. Hold on. Oh yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge finally gets a release date and comes out in 3 days.
And they
Uh,
also showed Casey
yeah,
Jones as a
Casey
playable
Jones.
character.
Also, 6 player co op, which just seems insane.
That seems
Um,
like way too much.
yeah, and I think they acknowledge that, and that's like the point of it. I think. Um, but that's cool. I'm just shocked that it's taken them this long to make this goddamn game.
Hmm.
So it better be fucking good.
It better be. I can't. I don't know. If it's bad, shame on them. They've
Yeah,
had
for
plenty of
real.
time.
For real. Humankind. I don't know. I've just seen trailers for this everywhere.
I
Uh,
feel like this is becoming the next uh death loop where it's like humankind. Did you forget about humankind? That's coming out. Humankind is coming out. Humankind is coming out, and it's like, okay, yeah, we get it. Humankind exists and it's a
right.
thing. Cool. Can we, yeah.
Humankind isn't the game that's made by the guy who used to work at Ubisoft, is it?
I don't think so.
Whatever. Yeah, it's like a Civ game. Looks kind of weird. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a Civ game based on like fantastical history, which is a cool concept, but haven't looked
Uh,
into it past that.
One Piece Odyssey, which just sort of looks like Dragon Ball Kakarot, but
Yeah,
One
but
Piece.
One Piece. Yeah, I don't think we need to spend a whole lot of time on that.
Yeah, I was sort of thinking like it'd be cool if it was a fighting game, but it's not. So,
Yeah,
um, Soul Hackers 2, baby. Uh, I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know. I
We
don't
don't know
really.
anything about this game either. They just showed us
I'm sure if you're a fan of the
characters.
first one, this is hype, I guess. Never heard of Soul
Maybe.
Hackers. The aesthetic looks cool. I don't know.
Yeah,
What is there to say?
I don't know.
Nothing. Capcom Arcade
No.
2, Second Stadium. So just a bunch of old school Capcom things.
Yep.
Street Fighter Alpha series. Stuff like that. Very cool.
Hmm.
Metal Hellsingers. It comes out September 15th. This game actually looks pretty cool.
It's
Uh,
Doom, but with music.
It's Doom, but like a rhythm game. And I guess there's like
Yeah.
a demo out. I've seen some people playing it, and everyone's just like, "This is so fucking hype." Um, so and they got like a stacked um playlist because it's just full
Hmm.
of like metal bands, including Serge Tankian, which is cool. Um, so yeah, worth checking out. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know. It looks cool. It's a
Yeah.
cool concept.
Nightingale. This game also looked kind of. What was this one?
This is the survival game, kind of like Ark Survival
Right, right,
or
right, right.
Rust, but instead of, when you're done, when you fully built your place, you're just kind of done. And this, it's like, well, you can craft these cards and go to a whole new like plane of existence where everything's poison or something like that, and it's like start all over again. I fucking hate survival games, dude. I don't know how people can play them, and these games just look so boring to me. I don't
Right.
know. Every time I see like somebody building, like a building montage, I guess, where they're like, "You can build those walls." I'm like, "Fuck, dude! I don't need to crap. I don't need to go out collect shit like Minecraft and then build all of my shit and then fight." It's Minecraft. I'm so sick of Minecraft. That's it. That's all I have to say. Fuck Minecraft.
Yes, yes. Um, it worries me as like we're gonna put some monetization in it. I don't know.
Oh, easily.
Former Mass Effect devs. Huh, there you go. Saints Row got the boss factory, so you can go create your character. You can go out right now and do that.
Yep.
It's
I
pretty.
did that.
You did.
There's some wacky shit in there. Like I didn't finalize a character. I'm like, no, I'm haven't been like this is the character I'm gonna be. But I just kind of scrolled through all the options. There's some wacky shit that you can do to your character.
The stream
Um,
crashed again. We're just gonna keep going.
we're just going. We're just fucking going. Um, yeah, I'm excited for Saints Row.
Yes, indeed, as well. Layers of Fears. This is another thing where they just like didn't. They showed the aesthetic, but really didn't show what the fucking game was, and it's just so frustrating.
Yeah.
It's
So we
like
will move on.
right. It's like is this fucking that Kojima game? That got canceled. PT. I have no clue.
Yeah.
Um, Gotham Knights. Just sort of a trailer, I guess.
Oh, you don't say.
I, I don't know. Like every time I see Gotham Knights, I'm like less interested.
Yeah. It's one of those things that I'm like, oh, Gotham Knights could be cool, and then I see gameplay, I'm like,
Right.
yeah. Like I just kind of like zone out. Um, I don't know, man. Maybe this game will be cool and we can all play four-player co-op, and that'll be the next game. I don't know.
I
It comes out the same fucking time as Call of Duty though, so
yeah, I don't have high expectations for it, so we'll
yeah.
see. Warhammer 40K Dark Tide. Every time I see a Warhammer game, Nick, I'm like,
Hmm.
oh yeah, baby, this looks cool. And then I see the name Warhammer, and I'm like, eh.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
single time, I'm just like, I just don't care.
Like Warhammer's has some really good lore as far as I know, and like some really cool races and stuff like that. But every time they release a game, it's races I don't give a shit about. It's like it's always like Space Marines and like fucking big buff guys that are just doing buff shit. And I'm like, I don't want that. That's so boring. Like it's so boring. Give me something interesting. And all
Right.
of these characters look boring as fuck. The gameplay looks okay, but you're just fighting dwarves, it looks like. Like I don't know. It looks like a horde game like Left 4 Dead, but instead of zombies, you're killing dwarves. So I don't know.
And then the biggest reveal of this entire thing got leaked earlier in the day, but not just by anybody. It got leaked by fucking Sony themselves.
Yeah.
Sony posted it on Twitter or something, and they're like, "Oops, we fucked it up." I'm sure Jeff Keighley was crying in his basement because it
Yeah.
totally ruined the pop of this. But Neil Druckmann came out, who's the co-president of Naughty Dog, and he's like, "Hey, Last of Us multiplayer, still working on it. It's fucking massive. It's got its own story, so get hyped."
Got, you're gonna have to pay another $70 for it.
Yeah, pretty much is what he said. And then he's like, also Last of Us HBO show finished wrapping. It wrapped yesterday. Expect news about that very, very soon. Surprised they didn't show a trailer, but oh well. I think the coolest thing he said about the HBO show was that he actually directed an episode of the show.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. So like they're actually listening to Neil,
Yeah.
which is very cool. And they showed some images of Pedro and Bella Ramsey.
Bella Ramsey, yeah.
Like they look cool. They also brought out Troy and Ashley, Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson. They're in the show as like big characters.
It's like characters, yeah.
Who do you think they are? Let's take a look.
I don't I don't think it'll be anybody that we know. I think it'll be like a random guy. You know?
You're cutting out a little.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know. Is that
I
me?
don't know. No, it was me. I saw it. I don't know if there'll be anybody like that we recognize. You know, I just don't know. They might just be a secondary.
Now, hear me out. This might sound crazy. Okay. Tommy.
I was thinking that Tommy and his wife.
And his wife, yeah.
And his wife. I was thinking that. Honestly, it could be. It could be.
I'm just saying, he looks more like a Tommy than a Joel, IRL, in my opinion. He'd have to like cut his hair or wear a wig or something because he's too pretty with his hair, but
yeah, that is true.
Or, dude, you know what'd be wild is if they had Troy come out and he played David.
That would be wild.
That would be wild. Which would make sense because they brought Nathan Drake in to play David. Now they're bringing Joel in to play David. Like,
well, that weird. That would be weird. They couldn't get Nolan North to play David, so they.
Nolan North got his cameo in Uncharted. Okay, he's good. He's good. And then the biggest thing they showed was The Last of Us Part 1. They showed a trailer for it, kind of compared the old one to the new one. And we all know what The Last of Us is, but they did the same thing as everyone else where they didn't show the gameplay. And this game comes out in September. Yeah. I'm going to buy it. You know, like I'm a fan. But like
I'll replay it. I'll replay it.
Yeah, I'll replay it. I think I've played this game like 5 times in my life already.
Yeah.
But I'll play it again. But like I know they were showing like, oh, look how good it looks, and to me, I'm like, yeah, I mean, it looks better, I guess, but I still think it looks fine. Before, I'm more interested in the like mechanical changes. And like,
show me fucking Joel crawling on the ground and shooting from prone. Yeah.
Or show me like an iconic map, but like show me it's bigger, and like. That's what I'm more interested in that than like it quote unquote looking better, right? Because I'm imagining that one section of the game where you're Joel, but Ellie is up on the thing shooting people, and it's like it's kind of a smaller area with 2 buildings or whatever. But imagine that, but it's like bigger and it's taller and like it's like yes.
And you
show
can swim
me that
in certain places, and
right,
for sure, dude, for sure. Or like you have the sniper nest, and you're like running through the cars down the street. Give me that, but like put people on the sides, and I can go through houses and stuff. Like, and there's dogs now, and you know,
right, yeah, totally.
I want to see. Mostly, I want to see Joel rolling on the ground. That's what I want to see.
Yeah. Regardless, I'm excited. They launched the Firefly edition, which sold out immediately, which I'm so bummed about because I want that steelbook, and it comes with comic books, and I want those comic books. Yeah. So hopefully they restock those. I mean, it was only sold on the PlayStation Direct, so I imagine when it like launches for sale on like Best Buy and stuff, they'll have more copies of that.
Yeah. Oh man, I want to go back to the Last of Us multiplayer real quick and the setting for it
Oh
because
yeah, for sure.
this is what I was talking about with like I want to see the Last of Us, but maybe not with Joel and Ellie, but with other people. This one is seems to be set in San Francisco, and they show like the Golden Gate Bridge and everything like that. Like, dude, that would be so fucking cool to fight zombies and people in San Francisco and other places. I would love to just go everywhere in within the world during the zombie apocalypse. Because there's got to be different zombies, right? Like they
Yeah,
evolve differently. Like, take me to Mexico. Show me what that's like. Go to like Costa Rica,
I wonder.
Antarctica. Show me zombie penguins in Antarctica. Like fuck you, you know.
I wonder if we see it at the Game Awards.
You don't get me hard like
Okay,
that,
okay, okay,
man. Don't
okay,
get me
okay.
hard like
We won't do
that.
that. We'll have to do that a different day because
My
we're
my
running
blue
so long
balls.
already, and we haven't even gotten to Xbox.
Yeah, yeah.
um,
We gotta hurry this up.
I before we get to Xbox, I do want to do a little shout out to Day of the Devs. There were a couple things on during Day of the Devs that I thought were really cool. For one, there was this game called Choo Choo Charles, which
Mm.
is uh, a game where an evil train is chasing you. It looks really stupid, but it looks kind of fun. Um, there's also a game. I think my most hyped game. Let's see if I can find the trailer. Here it is. My
It's a little
most
to the left, isn't it?
a little to the left. No,
It's bear and breakfast. I know.
it's
Yeah,
fucking Bear and Breakfast, of course. So
I know. I know.
I'm getting a trailer. I can't show you the trailer. Whatever, you get it. Bear and Breakfast. You're a bear and you make a bed and breakfast, and it looks fucking amazing and perfect. And it also has like a little bit of a Stardew element where you can go out and kind of explore and stuff.
Yeah,
Fantastic. Very very excited about that. Uh, Roots of Pacha looks really cool. And then there was this game called Shim, where it's very artistic looking, but like you jump from shadow to shadow, and you that's how you
yeah.
like get
It's a little
around.
frog. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really cool. Very into that. Also, shout out to Devolver Digital.
Oh yeah, dude. We can go through this real quick.
Yeah,
I'll go
yeah,
through it real quick.
yeah. You do it.
These games slapped. All of the games they showed slapped. Cult of the Lamb. You're a fucking lamb. You start a cult. It looks like uh, what game does it look like? It looks like some sort of city builder, but it's all a cult and it's a roguelite and stuff like that. Fucking cool. Fucking
Yeah,
cool.
it's kind of
Uh,
got a Binding of Isaac sort of deal going
yeah.
on with it.
Then we saw a first person shooter kind of in the vein of the old Doom, I suppose. It's called Angerfoot, where you literally kick people and shoot people at really quick paces, and that looks funny as hell. They showed a guy vaping through a hole in his tooth while driving a car with his foot. Um, and then the one of the best ones that we saw was the Plucky Squire, which looks like all of the Legend of Zelda games just combined into one. And it looks fantastic. You start off as in like a storybook, and then you move into the real world, and you like interact with shit on desks and stuff like that. Um, it looks very, very good. Very interesting design. It changes um, art styles as you move around. Also, another interesting one, Skate Story. You're a man made of mirrors and you're skating through hell. If you fall onto your skateboard, you break. Cool ass design.
It's like
Cool
Race the
ass design.
Sun, but you're skateboarding as Tony Hawk.
Yep.
Um,
Everything that Devolver had was hilarious and also intriguing. So,
yeah, I do want to give another little shout out to the Plucky Squire. I just think that game looks so cool. It looks so
mhm,
good. Like it looks like Nintendo quality stuff. So,
yeah, for
very
sure.
excited for that. Uh, anyway, Xbox baby.
We're in the heavy
Let's
hitter.
talk about this real quick. Xbox, what'd you think like overall?
Eh, very underwhelmed. I was extremely underwhelmed by Xbox. Um, I'm looking through it right now.
Yeah.
Not a one. Not a single thing had me interested.
Wow.
Not a single thing had me interested. Some things looked intriguing, but nothing that I'm like, hell yeah, dude, this is cool. Nothing, nothing,
Come on, dude. Vin
nothing.
Diesel on a dinosaur.
Yeah, not at all. Not at
Uh,
all.
yeah.
Oh man.
I
What did you think?
I thought it was pretty good, all things considered. I just feel like video games are in a really weird spot. I feel kind of bad for Jeff Keighley as far as like his showcase because it's like you can only show what exists, right?
Hmm.
So like
Yeah,
Jeff has no control over that. Xbox has a little bit more control over that because they're Xbox and they make the games.
yeah,
Um, but like I get it. I think like both or all three of the companies right now, like the big guys, Sony, Xbox, and Nintendo are all kind of holding their cards a little bit because I think they have games that they would have liked to announce, but like things have gotten real fucky over the past couple of years,
yeah.
both with job shortages, and just COVID in
Supply,
general.
supply lines, and yeah,
Right, there were months where people couldn't work, and then when people could work, people weren't going back to work, and I imagine that affected them just like everywhere else. Um, so like yeah, I think things are in a weird state. Really hoping next year is better. But that being said, I still think like there was some stuff here that was that was good. I thought it was really well paced as well. Like I think the pacing of the show, I was never like, oh, when is this gonna end? Um, and it does make me wonder though, like, is this why E3 stepped out this year? Because they're like, there's nothing, so we're literally just gonna step out because they came out earlier this week and they're like, yeah, we're coming back next year, E3. So who knows? Maybe E3 isn't dead like we've all thought, and they actually
maybe.
made the right call.
And they're just like, yeah, this year sucks, guys.
Right,
We're
because they're
not gonna
like,
do it. Yeah,
if we do a showcase, it's gonna make us look really bad.
yeah,
Um, so
yeah.
yeah, and I wonder if Jeff takes a hit from this because it wasn't a great show. I think the Xbox show of all the shows was the best show, but like honestly, that's not saying much. I think
Hmm.
what really gave it the edge is just like all these games are coming to Game Pass, so
Yep.
like that's cool. Um, we did start with Redfall.
Oh yeah.
How do we feel about Redfall, Nick?
I'm not one for first person shooters, man.
Okay.
I like the effects in this game. I like the way it looks. I don't like the way it plays. I can tell you just from watching it, I don't like the way it plays. Um, I don't know, man. I didn't like the idea of this game when they showed it out, when they first announced it. Just like a whole bunch of millennials like being cool and you know
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
shooting vampires and like, oh, we're vampires, but we're not bad vampires. And it's like, okay, cool, but what's the game look like? And now that I see the gameplay, I'm like, it's another fucking Left 4 Dead. Like, I don't. How many of these games do we need? How
Right.
many of these games do we need? I'm so over it. Um,
It does have that arcane style to it though, which I
yeah,
appreciate.
yeah,
It's got the Dishonored sort of thing going on and Deathloop. Uh but like what if Dishonored but vampires
but
and Left for
Morbius.
Dead?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Morbius. Everyone was spamming Morbius in the
It
chat.
was more. It was Morbin time.
It was Morbin
Yeah,
time. Um I yeah, I don't know. It does have like I don't know, there is something about it that looks off though, eh?
yeah,
Like
yeah. Exactly. I
uh
You can't like put your finger on it.
yeah, I'm not sure. I do like the like death animations of
Yeah.
the vampires. I think that's really cool.
Hmm.
But like after playing Deathloop, dude, um, I'm nervous about this because I didn't love Deathloop that much.
Hmm.
So yeah, we'll
Yeah.
we'll see.
It's uninteresting to me because I didn't like Dishonored at all, and
See, I love the first Dishonored. I think it's a
this
great
is
game.
just like kid Dishonored.
It was
You
so
know,
bloody.
Eh, kids play Call of Duty.
Are we
Kids play Grand
are
Theft
we
Auto.
old? Are we calling 19-year-olds kids?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
I think we are. I think we
yeah,
are
we
at that
are.
age.
We're
Fuck.
we're nearly 10 years older. We're nearly 10 years older than 19-year-olds. So,
We are. Oh shit. Anyway, moving right along, existential crisis. Um
and I'm back to being sad.
we're sad again. Uh they showed off Hollow Knight Silk Song, which was great,
Yep.
and I loved
Super
seeing it.
good.
I loved seeing
Super
it.
good.
But why?
We didn't
They
get shit for it,
no
dude. We
date.
got
The the only thing we really got was it's coming to Game Pass, which is great. That's so cool.
yep.
But like, when's it coming out? I don't know.
It's not coming out, dude. It's a game that exists, and
Surely is a
it will be
game.
another fucking 5 years before we get another this game.
Yeah.
Um, it's fucking gorgeous too. I would say this is one of the games I'm interested in. We didn't get anything. We got no year, no like. They could have said 2 years. They could have put like, oh, it's 2 years, 2.5 years away. I would have been like, okay, we got it. We nailed down. It's like, no, it's just a thing
Well, one
that
thing they
exists.
did say at the beginning of this is every game they're showing, I'd imagine minus the Kojima thing, future spoilers, is coming out in the next 12 months. Is what they said.
I don't believe
So
that. You said that when we were watching it. I still don't believe that.
that's what they
Shit
said.
happens, man. Shit
Well, I mean,
happens.
I agree with that. A lot of this shit will be delayed. I don't think Silk Song's going to get delayed, though.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it will.
They haven't put a date on it, though. So hard to delay a game without a date. High on Life, which is a new Squanch Games game, which is Justin Roiland's gaming company. It's just him doing a Morty voice again.
I'm so sick of Justin Roiland, man.
I
I'm
kind of
just
am
so
too.
sick of Justin Roiland. Um,
I like him, but like,
I
yeah.
like him too. I think his voice should not be the basis of your game.
Well, it's
Um,
his game, so
self-insert sort of bullshit. I don't know. Like the best place his voice was ever at, I think in my opinion was Lawbreakers when he played the fucking ball. You
oh
pick up the
yeah.
ball and he goes, "Oh, oh," and it's like
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was
yeah,
funny. Yeah,
that was the only point where I'm like, "Oh shit, that's Justin Roiland. That's the ball."
yeah.
Now it's just like let's fucking have Justin Roiland play every goddamn
Well,
character
this
with the
is his
same
games
voice.
company, though. You know.
I don't give a shit, man. Hire somebody. I'm so sick of it. I'm
Yeah,
so sick of
he
you.
shouldn't be the main character. He should be one of the guns, because like the guns talk to you, and they had JB Smoove in there, which is cool.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, he could have been one of the guns, and JB Smoove could have been the voice. I would have preferred that. I think. Um,
Yeah. Also, I don't like first person shooters. So,
yeah, I'm not a huge fan. It looks interesting though, so
something different.
yeah. Cool departure from the VR stuff they had been doing.
I do appreciate that it's not VR. I really
Yeah,
do.
I imagine there will be a VR version, don't you?
Could be. Could
Could
be.
be, could be.
Could be. It'd be easy enough.
This was probably the biggest pop. I think this next thing was Riot Games comes to PC and Game Pass.
Mhm.
Basically every Riot Games game is coming to Game Pass with every character unlocked,
Yep.
which is massive when you think about all the characters in League of Legends and how much it
Mhm.
costs to unlock all of those characters.
Yeah.
And they're all just like unlocked in Game Pass. They must have
It's
paid them a tiny fortune.
yeah.
Not even
It's
a tiny fortune, a massive fortune.
it's bananas. It really is bananas.
Bananas.
Um, yeah, all champions unlocked in League of Legends, all champions unlocked in the mobile League of Legends, Foundation set unlocked in Legends of Runeterra. Certain little legends are unlocked in Teamfight Tactics, and all champions in Valorant are unlocked. That's a lot of fucking time or money that they just saved you. Xbox just saved you either a bunch of money or a bunch of time. So that's cool. It's
I,
cool. Big announcement. Was
I
not expecting that.
I do wonder how it works. I wonder if it works like the EA stuff where like it's part of Game Pass, but you still have to download like Epic Games or whatever.
Hmm.
because that's how it is with EA. You still have to download like
Yeah, it could
EA
be.
Origins or whatever. Which I mean, I don't. I
Mhm.
guess I don't mind because whatever, Epic, download it, whatever. Um, but yeah, it's crazy. I was not expecting that at all. Huge,
Yeah, yeah.
huge. Plague Tale Requiem.
This
Never played Plague Tale.
game looks good.
It does
My
look good.
fiance played this game
Fiance.
and she absolutely loved it. Um, and I watched her play it, and it was very good. And this looks like more of that, but better because it's a sequel, and it looks like they've improved on some things, such as like moving around and combat and stuff like that. Combat was very limited in the first one. Um, so yeah, this is one of the more exciting things, but I won't play it because I didn't play the first one and I don't feel like going back.
I
But
might.
I know somebody that will play it. So I'm excited for them.
Yeah, I might go back and play it one day. But yeah, at least your fiance will play it for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, Forza Motorsport that got announced. That's kind of a
Sure
big
did.
deal.
It was the easiest thing to predict.
Yep, it was kind of the worst kept secret going into this, but yeah, it exists. It's a game. They said some things that I was like, "Oh wow, what is that? Does that actually mean anything?" Where they're like, the ground heats up and affects your tires in a weird way,
Hmm.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
how much does it actually?
Yeah. Yeah.
Per
Just
track per
yeah.
track, like,
Yeah.
does that
One
mean?
thing
Yeah, I don't know. Go ahead.
One thing that I want to see in like these realistic racing games is give me trees that look real. Like, you know how they're like going through like look at these mountains. These mountains look so good. Look at the backgrounds of this. Like the track is wet and the cars reflect and all of this bullshit. And it's like, but back when I was playing racing games, like even still, when I played Dirt,
Back in my day.
you look in the crowd, and all of the characters are all just like sticks. You
Right.
know, they all do the same thing. They look the same. Show me a realistic fucking crowd, and show me realistic, not flat trees. Make me feel like I'm actually driving within this world. That's it. Like once racing games get to that point, I'm sold on the realism of racing games. But I watched this trailer and they're like, "Wow, look how beautiful it is." I'm like, "Yeah, those reflections look good, but also those trees are flat as fuck, dude. Those trees are so flat. Um, they look better than some things, but they still look flat as fuck. Like I'm just looking at them right now. I'm like, "Fuck." Uh,
Uh, yeah. They look flatter than my
or the
ass
dust,
after a shower. You know what I mean?
or the dust looks real bad too. I just
Yeah,
saw
there
scene
were
of
there were a
dust
few
and it's like,
moments. To me, it looks more fun than like Gran Turismo, though. If I'm being honest, um,
yeah,
looks more fun, and
I don't know.
I like that they
I
actually took
don't
some
know.
time to like do damage because that's something in Gran Turismo. It's like the
But like the
damage always
damage
looks
is
like shit.
so minimal. Like they showed off a crash, and that crash they're going like 80 miles an hour,
It's like, yeah,
and
that
the
car would be
car
done.
drives away with just scratches. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's not how
Oh
that would
yeah,
work.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
oh yeah. Don't you know?
That
Uh,
car would not be moving after that, don't you know?
oh yeah. I think this next thing, Nick, was my most hyped thing from this. Uh,
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Flight
It was pretty
Simulator
cool.
40th anniversary,
Hey.
baby. We got fucking helicopters in the game. I just downloaded this for my PC because I wanted to play it on my new PC,
Mhm.
and it
Yeah.
runs great on my PC,
Does
which
it?
is it
I'm
does.
glad.
Yeah, I'm
Glad.
very happy about it. Obviously, that it's not max settings, but like at the settings it's at, it works really well. And I was asking my friend as I was playing it, I was like, "Are there helicopters in this game?" He's like, "No." Uh, and then this happens, and there's helicopters now. Not yet, but soon. Uh,
Soon. Yeah.
and then like the history of planes, which is so cool. Some of these planes look like really awesome. Um,
The Spirit of St. Louis is one of them, which is really cool. I
yeah,
like that.
we got the spruce goose. And then the biggest reveal at the end, which is out now, is the Halo Pelican.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got the
How does
Halo
it
Pelican.
fly? Can I go in between planets? I don't think so.
No,
I
you
don't
could get to
understand
the
how it would work.
stratosphere though, and that's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
I don't
Uh,
understand how that
you
would
sh-
work,
you
but
should definitely download it, dude. We'll fly around together in some Pelicans, get to space and shit. That'd be fun. Um, but yeah, I thought that was pretty hype. I love Microsoft Flight Sim. I think it's
yeah,
they.
it's great. They did such a good job.
I wish there was some sort of like game within the game where it's like you're a pilot and you can make money
You
or
have to
something.
hit that, or like you have to hit these markers, or yeah,
I
try
like
to
the
land it.
idea is just like you're just a pilot and
Hmm.
you run like out of airports and you can like buy space at airports and then like you can up buy better planes and stuff that can hold more people.
Dude,
Private.
you're looking for like airport tycoon bullshit, aren't you? You just want an airport tycoon sort of game, but you
Yes.
also get to fly. That would be
Yes.
fantastic. That would be
Yes.
fantastic.
Well, because it's like it's so like not demanding to do what I'm saying to put it in the game,
Hmm.
and you could
Yeah,
still have the high demanding flight stuff. And it's just like
yeah,
you could set up a route from Phoenix to Vegas, and you just do those flights all day long,
yeah.
all day long.
All day long, baby.
Or you could
All day.
you could obviously like have a feature where you simulate the flight and stuff, because I'm sure it would. That's a 40-minute flight, and anyway, moving on. That's not what's in the game though. It'd be so cool though. Overwatch 2 is coming out October 4th, and it's free to play.
And nobody cares. It looks real fucking bad still.
Does it? I didn't get that takeaway. To me, it just looks like
Really?
Overwatch.
Oh man. Yeah. I'm glad it's free to play because I don't think they're adding anything.
I might fuck with it if it's free to play.
Mhm.
I'll give it a shot. Give it a play. Ada Ada got announced.
Ah, da, da.
Ada Ada. It's called Ara History Untold. uh,
Yeah,
yeah, it looks just like Humankind,
it
actually.
does. I thought it was humankind. I'm like, isn't this humankind? It looks like fucking humankind.
Yeah, it looks just like Humankind. In fact, I think even on my notes that I took, I wrote Humankind. Uh, Not even
Yeah,
realizing that this was a different game. Um,
yeah.
but yeah, it's coming to Game Pass. How about that?
All
Uh,
right, cool.
well, I'm thinking about it. Quick shout out to PC Game Show, because we're not going to talk about that. Fuck that. But there was one game where you like build a city on a hill.
Oh,
That game looks really
yes.
cool. I forgot what it's
Sure
called,
does.
but watch the PC Game Show. Check it out. Uh, Fallout 76. There's like an expansion coming out. Who cares? Forza Horizon 5. Hot Wheels. This shit looks fucking sick, man.
Yep. This is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah,
It looks so
this
cool.
looks fucking sick. I will download this. I don't. When is this? Did they say when it's coming out? I can't look at it. I've got the
July 19th.
July 19th. Yes, this shit
Yeah.
looks
A
bananas.
month from now. It looks
Yeah,
really good. And I heard the first in Forza Horizon 4, this was like the best thing that they added. Um,
yeah.
so
Uh,
I'm excited for it.
will this be included in Game Pass, or do you have to like purchase this on
We
top of the game and game?
they did not say.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I might purchase it.
I might, yeah.
Can you add add-ons to Game Pass
Yeah.
games?
Yep. Yep. But if
Okay.
they leave Game Pass, then you have to buy the game.
Well, this
But
won't leave
I
Game
don't see
Pass.
Forza Motorsport leaving the game.
Con-
Forza Horizon.
Considering it's an Xbox game, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think it would. But yeah, super cool, super cool. Yeah, if I have to purchase that, yeah, fuck it, since the game was free anyway.
Yep.
Arc 2, a little trailer of Vin Diesel on a
Vin
dinosaur.
Diesel riding a dinosaur. Great.
Yep. Scorn is a Doom game that's not Doom, and you shoot. They're like, you don't shoot a lot. You got to figure out other ways around. Also, it's like much darker than Doom.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think it looks good.
It
I'm
looks
just gonna straight up.
like, I don't know. Like if
It's
you're gonna have it,
so monotone, and all the textures look the same. It I don't know. It just looks bad.
Yeah, for sure.
Visually, it looks bad. I don't know how the gameplay would play, but
Yeah, I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's fucking sick, man, but it doesn't look sick.
yeah, just
But
looks gross for the sake of being gross.
this next game looks sick though. Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn. This game looks actually pretty fucking cool. Um, this is what it looks like that Forspoken game, sort of.
I would say it looks more like Godfall, which wasn't very good. Like
Eh,
if you could mix Godfall with Rise, Son of Rome, this is what you'd get.
See, to me, it looks like that Forspoken game, which I guess we don't really know too much about and like what that is, mixed with Kena Bridge of Spirits. Uh,
Okay.
like the, I don't know.
Boss fights and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, boss fights, and then you go through these different areas to get to the different bosses, and it's got not that this looks cartoony, but it does have like a sort of stylized thing going on, off-brand
Hmm.
Zendaya going on. Um, um, yeah, I don't know. I think it looks really cool, but it does give me the vibe of like this also could be very bad. I don't know. It's hard to
Hmm.
explain. But like
Yeah.
it
No,
looks like
yeah.
it's either going to be like really fucking good or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, I'm excited though. I'm interested.
Good. Good.
Good. Good.
Good. I'm not.
Fucking glad, bitch. It launches early 2023. It'll get delayed to late 2023.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
be honest.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Fucking Minecraft Legends.
Oh, I thought it was leg ends.
Oh yeah, Minecraft Legends
There you go. Okay.
is coming out next year. It's like an action strategy game set in the Minecraft world. I don't know.
They didn't really show anything about it. Looks like you recruit mobs in Minecraft and fight other mobs in Minecraft. I don't understand. But yeah, I don't know. It kind of looks like an RTS until they showed gameplay. Like the idea was like, oh, it's like an RTS for Minecraft mobs. But it's not. It's something else.
Um, yes.
This next one was my most hyped, if I'm being real.
Lightyear Frontier.
Yeah.
It's like a robot
Farming simulator in
farming
space.
sim.
Say it, dude. It's farming sim in space.
Yep, it's farming sim in space. It looks more like
That's
Slime Rancher actually.
Slime Rancher or Minecraft even, honestly.
Yeah. I'm interested. Gunfire Reborn is a mobile game.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Yep.
Fantastic. I
Uh,
like that.
The Last Case of Benedict Fox. This game actually looks kind of cool. It's like a side scroller type deal made by the. This is the one that's made by the Limbo guys, right?
No,
I can't remember.
no,
That's not this one.
that's not this one.
This one is still a 2D
This,
side scrolling thing though.
yeah, Metroidvania 2D side scrolling.
Um, it looks really cool though. I think it looks really interesting.
It's set in a world named Limbo.
Oh, how about that?
It's like
Yeah,
a film noir mixed with what's that called? Lovecraft sort of monsters. Seems
totally,
like
totally. Yeah, it's got that vibe for sure.
cool
Um,
idea, but 2D is not interesting to me.
yeah. As Dusk Falls looks really stupid. I don't know. Like let's
Dude, but it's got that up to 8 player multiplayer, up to eight
right,
player co-op.
right.
And
Let
we're
me
like, what the fuck,
Is it because you
dude?
made it out
How does
alive?
this thing have 8 player co-op? Yeah,
yeah. Like what is
yeah.
this?
We don't even know. It's a fucking TV show that they cut into frames, it looks like.
Yeah,
God, this game does not look interesting in the slightest.
yeah.
Um,
This
but then they're like, oh, you can do 8 player multiplayer. Like, what? So we got to play this day one, right? We got to
it's
get
on
eight
Game
of eight
Pass,
of
dude.
us.
I mean, fuck
I
it. Let's
know.
go. I
July
do
19th.
I do like this man just wearing, you know, like a like a fucking white t-shirt
A white t-shirt,
and
yeah.
looking sort of frumpy and stuff. Like I kind of take that. Um, anyway, uh, next game, Naraka. This was this sort of looks like a platinum game. It's a oh yeah, this is that
No,
battle
it's
royale fighting
battle
game.
royale that is also a fighting
Yeah,
game.
this
Yeah.
game's already out. But this has or oh, I
I think
guess it's
this is
like
the official release.
yeah, it's leaving early access. Got it. Have you played this, right?
I played it, yeah. It would be better as a fighting game or a battle royale, but mixing the two, it's so uninteresting. Um, yeah. It's like it half-asses both of the things. It really does. Uh, as far as I remember. But
Next game was sort of unexpected, sort of weird. It's called Pentiment. It's got like the Monty Python sort of art style, but it's made by
yeah.
Obsidian, which is
Yeah, yeah.
fucking wild. Like, why is Obsidian making
Obsidian's
this?
next AAA game, dude. It's their next AAA.
I guess it's like
But we
it's
don't
like. Go
we
ahead.
don't even know what it's about though. It's a role-playing game, but like there's murders and stuff, and I don't know what it is. It's a
Yeah, it's
set.
got side scrolly stuff. Like, what's the actual gameplay? Is it
Yeah, it's
puzzles and stuff?
Pentiment will take players on a narrative journey through the eyes of journeyman artists Andreas Mahler during the time of great social unrest.
I mean, if
I,
Obsidian's
he's a,
making it, they must.
there. It looks really different, and I appreciate it.
Yeah. Uh, and then another weird Obsidian game, Grounded, is
Mm-hmm.
finally being released in
Yeah.
September. Um,
Yep.
and it's
Leaving early
basically
access.
yeah, Honey I Shrunk the Kids, but a game.
Yep.
So yeah, there you
Yep.
go. Arabin Shadow Legacy. This is sort of like that Shim game I was talking about, but like
Mm-hmm. Third
more
person.
third person, and you actually come out of the shadows, and it actually looks kind of cool. I'm
Yeah.
interested,
I wish we got more gameplay of it.
but they did show
This is
gameplay, so
11.
I will give them that. Like
Yeah, they
they
showed a
actually
little bit of gameplay.
they actually showed like what is this game about? What's it gonna do? Like I think they did well for a minute and a half trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um, then a really weird decision for a trailer drop of Diablo 4.
Yeah.
Um, we're all like, "What the fuck is this? What is this?" And then it was Diablo 4, and we're like, "Oh, weird. Okay." Um, I know you don't give a shit,
Not a single one. I don't know how anybody can give a shit about Diablo games anymore.
right?
I just, with the reputation that Diablo holds now, I just don't understand how this is news. Like they could have showed this off on a side of a dumpster that's just like a sticker and just stuck stickers everywhere that said
So,
Diablo
like, what's
4.
the reputation they have now?
It's all pay to play is the reputation they have. They just
Even
released a
Diablo
mobile
3
game.
was like that.
I don't remember Diablo 3.
Because I feel like this will be
But
like
that
Diablo 3 again.
Diablo 3 was like released a long time ago.
Yeah.
But
But like,
Diablo,
of course the
I
mobile
know,
game is going to be filled with that shit.
but also the game before the remake of 2, I hear is total ass. The one before that was ass. Um, I just don't know how people are excited if they are excited.
Yeah, I mean
Um,
like yeah, I remember the Warcraft
oh, the
Reforged
Warcraft
was
one too,
awful.
yeah, yeah,
The worst part about that is that they made it so you can't even buy the original Warcraft. It's fucking crazy, dude. Um but yeah, I don't know. If you're into Diablo, there you go. It's coming to Game Pass though, so,
yeah,
give it a shot, I guess. Sea of Thieves season 7 is happening. They had a really dumb trailer. I hated it.
yeah. It
Um,
was real bad.
yeah, not a fan.
You can be a captain now. I thought you could be a captain in this fucking game. I guess you weren't a captain before, but now you can be a captain.
I guess
I don't know what
so.
that means. I don't know what that means.
You can decorate your ship. Uh,
Oh.
Ravenlock is a. It's like Tim Burton meets Tim Schafer. Um,
Yeah.
it
Yeah, I like that.
looks
That
neat. It
is.
looks kind of cute. I'm, you know,
I dig
I'm,
the voxel uh
yeah,
creatures.
yeah. I think it looks kind of cool. Um, Definitely a game you need to see reviews for, but like I think the environments and the characters look really cool, actually.
Hmm. It's got a lot of style.
Yeah, yeah.
Main character looks really boring. Just
She does, but I
but
think that's like on purpose, sort of a like Coraline sort of thing, where like
yeah.
she's supposed to be out of place, like Alice.
Yeah, she's just very normal kid looking, and then you get like these crazy mushroom monsters.
Um,
It honestly kind of looks like a fucking boss rush game too, because I'm looking at the gameplay and it looks like you're just fighting bosses. That's the only gameplay that they show. It's like, look at this tentacle monster. Look at these clowns.
that's
Look at this
true.
big
And then you
robotic bird.
go and like level yourself up and stuff.
So
That's true. There is
it's
no like other mobs or anything.
yeah, it's just like big bosses. So, well, there's more to see on that one
For sure.
for
Kind of
sure.
interesting though. Cocoon also looks really neat. I thought um, is like
The Annapurna.
yeah, it's an Annapurna game. This is the one that's made by the Inside guys, right?
No.
Puzzle solving is chicken figure.
Oh yes, yes it is.
Yes,
From one of the principal creators behind Playdead's Inside and
there
Limbo.
we go.
So
There, yeah, yeah,
one of the guys, yeah.
yeah. This game looks really cool. You're like a fly. You're a little fly man.
You're fly and you pick up orbs.
Yeah, you move stuff around and
That's it. That seems to be it. It's a puzzle game where you're a fly and you pick up orbs with your little fly wings and you take them to other places to put orbs.
yeah. You know,
I would
pu-
love to see like an overview of this game, honestly, before I judge it.
yeah. Puzzle
You know,
games scare
it's
me. I'm always scared I'm gonna be too dumb to play them. But
yeah, yeah.
Wolong Fallen Dynasty, um,
It's
by
another one, man.
Koei Tecmo. It's like
It's
it looks
another one of these games
it
that
looks like
we
a
did
like
not get any gameplay for.
well, but like it looks like Dynasty Warriors. Like
It sure does.
this is Dynasty Warriors. It's made by the guys who made Dynasty Warriors. So like it's
Mhm. It
just
actually has Dynasty in its fucking name
in
too.
its name. So like I feel like this is just another Dynasty Warriors type deal.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a Dynasty Warriors spin-off. So there you go. And
Cool.
then whoop, whoop. What did you say?
Well, I said
What?
cool,
Oh, okay.
cool, 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 cool.
Right on. And then this was also a huge announcement, especially for me because I'm just a geek. But like, Persona 3 Portable, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 5 Royal are all coming to Game Pass. Starting with Persona 5 Royal, um, fucking
They're just
awesome.
coming. They're coming to everything. Like they announced that it's coming to Game Pass, but they're literally coming to everything.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Um,
So, except for Switch,
right, which
which
is
is where we really want it.
honestly, yeah, that's kind of where I want it. I will say, like, it would be the perfect kind of game to use the online feature, the like online service part, the
For like
Xbox X Cloud,
PlayStation. Oh, yeah,
because
yeah,
then I could play it on my phone, and
mhm,
you don't
yeah,
really have to worry about latency too much. It's a turn based game. So
yeah.
might be kind of perfect for that. Um, I don't know. Can you like transfer saves between the online xCloud and like Game Pass, your Game Pass games? I don't know.
I don't know how that works.
I'll have to look into that because if that's the case, that'd be cool. Because then I could be like, all right, I'm gonna boot it up on my Game Pass on my computer, play Persona 4 Golden, then I'll play it on my xCloud on my phone, while I'm driving somewhere because I just drive and play games. Um, and yeah, because I really want to play Persona 4 Golden again. I want to give it another shot. I never actually beat it, so yeah. So there you go. Persona 5 Royal too. Also, the fact that they're coming to Game Pass is that's just really awesome.
Cool. It is cool.
Yeah,
it's a great opportunity.
Indeed.
Really hoping for like a Persona 6 or like a Persona 4 remake or even a Persona 3 remake. That would have been really cool.
You think like this means Persona 6 won't be console exclusive to Sony?
No, I think it means that it'll be. Oh, maybe. Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, because it always has been, hasn't it?
It always has been, but
so I don't know. That's a good question.
Dude, we got
Joker.
Joker in Smash, but not fucking Persona on the Switch. It's fucking wild.
Wild. Switch can't handle it, man.
But who knows if they are actually there's a rumor going around. We're not even going to talk about it, but there's a rumor going around that like they're doing a thing. Nintendo is doing a thing at the end of the month. Maybe they'll announce this there, and it'll be later because they have to put more development time into it because the console
Nintendo
sucks.
Switch is bad. Yeah.
Yeah. But like, come on, dude. Persona 5 was on the PS3. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Anyway, Hideo Kojima is making a game with Xbox. They didn't say anything other than like we're making a game.
Yeah. Then Kojima came out and went, "Don't worry, other games will be on PlayStation as well."
Yeah.
He didn't get bought out by Xbox or anything. Like he's just teaming up with them to make a game.
Yeah, it sounds like
all that was said.
It sounds like he's like, you know how I made Death Stranding with Sony? Well, I'm making this with Xbox, and I'll be doing that in the future.
Yeah.
Like back and forth. Like I am sure he's also working on Death Stranding with PlayStation Studios. So like, yeah, it just seems like he's like, I don't need to be bogged down by anyone, but I can make exclusive games so I can get extra cash to make these AAA games. Yeah, good for Kojima. And just to keep this in context, though, when they announced Death Stranding, it was like less than a year we saw like full concepts and stuff like that. Like Kojima works fast.
Diligently. Yes.
Yeah, he works fast. And when he goes in with an idea, I think he has that idea like locked in more so than a lot of other game developers. So I would definitely expect to see something more from this within the next year or two. And then we got a big preview for Starfield. I'll start with you. What did you think of Starfield? This was like
it looks
the big thing.
I honestly think it looks fucking disgusting.
Wow.
Yeah. This game looks so bad. I will not be playing it. Full stop, will not be playing it. This game looks atrocious. Yeah. I hate everything they're doing with it.
What don't
while
you
we
like?
were watching it, I didn't want to say anything because everybody's like, "Oh, it's just an avenue for a good story." Fuck that, dude. This game looks bad. Like,
what about it looks bad though, in your opinion?
It's really gray.
Okay.
The character models don't look good. The environments look really boring and very just empty. Todd Howard's part of it. Also,
just fuck you, Todd.
Fuck you, Todd. Also, there's 1,000 planets, and no way in hell.
He said like 100, right?
No, he said there's more than 1,000 planets to explore, and no way in hell are any of those. And you can land anywhere on those planets. Is what he said. There is no way in hell that they populated entire planets in this game. No way in hell.
He also said that though, right? Like most of these planets are going to be for like mining materials and stuff.
I'm not interested. I do not give a shit. Like
I think
I don't think the world is built up. Like it doesn't look like there's any lore behind it other than Spaceman Go Adventure.
Well, I mean,
the gunplay looks fucking horrible. They didn't show any sort of VATs or anything like that to alleviate that. It looks like Fallout 4, but in space. And I will not be buying this game.
Hmm.
It looks awful. It just looks really bad. I don't know. I appreciate that they kept the bases, I suppose. I like the base building. I like the gun customization, but it's nothing we haven't seen before. Um, yeah, like I'm watching this and it's all just gray. Everything is gray. Everything is just, and the shadows look horrible. The frame rate is awful. The pop in, I can see the pop in as I'm watching it. And like it's a trailer. It shouldn't look this bad. I would much rather play Outer Worlds than this game any day.
Huh.
And I haven't even played Outer Worlds. So, um, yeah, over a hundred systems, 100 star systems, and over 1,000 planets total to explore. Uh,
um,
yeah, yeah. I don't know. What did you think?
I um I didn't hate it as much as you.
Yeah.
I definitely get where you're coming from. Like, it definitely seems to have some issues. I don't mind that it's gray. I mean, I feel like that's just like the trope with space is like space is kind of gray. Like, that's ever since like 2001: A Space Odyssey. Like, that's been the look, you know. Um, but like, I think there's enough here to make it look a little bit more interesting. And like, I don't know. You said lore and stuff. It looks like there's lore. It looks like there's different places you can go. I mean, Bethesda's known for lore. Like, that's their thing. Um yeah, so like I'm excited about that. Yeah, the faces on all these guys look as horrible as ever. Yet the frame
Mhm.
rates are troubling. Um I wonder how well this game will run. I do imagine that's why they delayed the game though. Cuz like
Yeah.
they're like this it's not the frame rates are an issue. So hopefully with time they can fix some of that stuff. And the fact that they didn't put a date on it, good. That's good. The fact
Hmm.
that they put that 11/11 date so early on is beyond idiocy to me. Like, I
Yeah.
just completely
Yeah.
don't understand why they did that in the first place. Just like so dumb. Because I don't even think this game, like, if this game's coming out next year, it's coming out at the end of the year.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh yeah.
even though they said this is the next 12 months. No fucking way. This is coming out November next year. Um,
I wouldn't put it past them to put it out though, and
oh,
just have this buggy ass,
well,
ugly mess of a game.
I think like going into a Bethesda game and not expecting a bunch of bugs and stuff like is a little silly. Like, we're gonna get some bugs and stuff, but like
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. Of course we are, but
especially for like such an expansive RPG and stuff. I don't know. But that being said, like, I like all this stuff. Like, looking at the menus and stuff, and like the character customization, and like the different trees you can go down, the upgrade paths. I like all that stuff. I like the space building stuff. I like that I can make my spaceship, my
that
space cock.
that
Uh,
is cool. You can build your big giant spacefaring cock.
Yes, I'm gonna
Um,
make Black Cock Down. Is gonna be
nice,
my ship. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a giant black cock, um,
nice.
and I'm excited about it. Um, yeah, I don't know. And like, yeah, you're right. It looks like Fallout 4 in space. Um, but I like Fallout 4. It's not my favorite game ever, but I'll probably fuck with this game, especially considering it's on Game Pass and I could just fucking download this game for, $1. Because
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like,
If it's on Game Pass, sure, I'll give it a shot.
it will
I'll
be on
give
Game
anything a
Pass. It's an
shot
Xbox
as
game.
long as it. Yeah, but God, from what I've seen, I just kind of want to throw up. Like like people will buy this. People have already pre-ordered it. They think this looks fantastic, and I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, people really like those Fallout games, including Fallout 4, though. Like,
Yeah,
people just dig it. So,
I feel like this game is just like 10 to 15 years too late in its style alone. Just its style. Like there's even a part of the trailer where there's like a neon city,
Right.
right? And I'm all about the cyberpunk cities. I love the way cyberpunk cities look. It's still really drab and boring, even with the neon signs and all that. I'm like, this looks shit. Like I would never want to go here. Um, yeah, I don't know.
I'm interested. I'm also like excited to fly around in space and stuff. Like, looks cool. Um, but we'll see. We'll see when it comes out. Hopefully they can make things look better. Dogfighting is exciting. The one thing that I like really hope is that while they're working on this, I hope they have another team like diligently working on upgrading their goddamn
Engine?
engine. You know,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
if Elder Scrolls 6 comes out and it's on the same engine, we've got a problem. Because that I think that's their next game, right? So
Elder Scrolls 6? Yeah,
yeah,
no, yeah. If Elder Scrolls 6 looks anything like this, I'm out as well.
yeah. But
Um,
with them being part of Xbox, like we'll see. Um,
yeah,
and they've got the funds to probably have a whole other team working on an engine, and um, if they don't just decide to go to Unreal like everyone else. I
hmm
do kind of hope they make their own engine though, just to make things different and change it
just
up a
to
bit.
be a more open market.
Indeed. Um, well, that's it. We finally did it, dude. This is a long ass episode. But we did it. That was the Summer Game Fest. It was okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was just it existed. It happened. Um, Final thoughts?
I feel very let down by this.
Yeah.
Like not necessarily let down because it's not E3, you know. I wasn't expecting a whole lot, and what I wasn't expecting, I just wasn't intrigued by. We had a couple of blowouts that looked kind of cool. Devolver was on top of it again.
Yes. But they only showed five
Um,
games.
yeah, and it was one of those things that's just like, yeah, those look cool. Other things I should be excited for, I just don't care. I just don't care. We didn't get Star Wars. That
No
bummed
Star
me out. We
Wars.
got Star Wars last year. No Star Wars this year.
No Indiana Jones.
No Indiana Jones. No Hogwarts. No, like there's a bunch of shit missing.
Hellblade. Yeah.
There's a bunch of shit missing, and we didn't get any of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
The news about factions, as cool as it is, we got 2 screenshots and a
Right.
trailer for all 3 things. And
Right.
it's like, well, at least I know factions is a thing. Even though I already knew factions was a thing,
Right.
I understand why it's taking them so long to finish it because it's a full fucking game now. I'm like, that's cool. I appreciate that. Take your time with that. Hopefully, it's out before I fucking die. Um, the show I'm excited for, I will replay the first one as long as they do change up a couple of things. You know, I'll still pick it up. You know, but
It could be the
it,
same game. I'll play it
it
again.
could be the same. But I really want to play Joel as like somebody who's diving around, and I want new animations and bullshit from that.
Yes.
Um, New interactions between AI. Um,
Yeah, a trailer
other
for the
than
HBO show would have been nice.
Yep, yep,
Yeah.
would have been, but they finished. Uh, they just finished filming it, so
Sure, but that means they had finished filming a lot of other stuff. Like
a lot. Yeah, they
you
could have
remember like
filled it
the
with
the
something.
the first Batman trailer we got was like we filmed for one day and we made this trailer.
Yeah, yeah. This
Like
this was literally before we filmed anything else.
yeah, and they're like we
Yeah.
finished filming like 6 to 8 episodes of this show.
Mhm.
They probably could have cut together a trailer for this, but they don't care
Yep.
about Jeff. They don't care about Jeff.
No, Jeff
Fuck
was
you,
right.
Jeff.
Jeff was right. There was nothing to be excited about.
Yeah.
Life sucks. I'm back in depression mode. Um,
Well, let's hope Nintendo pulls it together, you know what I mean?
I'm really hoping Sony's known to be like, and hey, next week
Showcase,
or
yeah.
showcase and or state of play, and I was like, okay, cool, and then it'll be God of War state of play would be cool. I want to see that fucking Project Eve game again. I want
Right.
to see like the games that they showed off last year because I was super hyped for those games and we didn't see anything um, about them. So here's hoping. Here's
Here's
hoping.
hoping.
Yeah. Just Sony. Sony, man. Sony's got to pick it up. Nintendo's got to pick it up. Because Xbox
Ubisoft.
had Xbox had all the leeway for this year to just be like, no, we're bringing the heat. And I feel like they're like, no, we're cool.
Yeah.
We're chilling over here. We're just collecting paychecks, and that's, oh man, made me sad.
Ubisoft could do a thing though, and
They could, but they've put out shit recently.
yeah,
And
but they've got Avatar, and apparently there's that Star Wars game they're apparently working on as well.
mhm, mhm.
EA could do a thing as well. They're working
EA
on a
would be
lot of Star Wars stuff. I would love to
EA
see.
would be cool.
I'd love to
EA
see that Star Wars XCOM thing, whatever
the
that
yeah,
is.
it's the next thing that Respawn's working on,
Well,
something.
that is what Respawn's working on.
Right, but they're also working on Apex and also the Jedi Fallen Order thing, and
Yeah,
probably in the background, Titanfall 3.
yeah.
So,
And yeah, a new Battlefront would even be cool. I'd even fuck with that.
hmm,
Um, Anyway, recent reviews via OpenCritic. Mario Strikers Battle League got a 76 from 46 critic reviews. That's pretty low. It's pretty
yeah,
low.
yeah.
It's not
I think
bad,
I
but
think you
it's
know what I think it's from? The lack of roster. I think because there's only 10 characters, and there
well, and
needs to be
just
more.
like
When
the
you
lack of game.
that too. $70, $60 for
Right.
Rocket League is kind of
Yeah, when Rocket League is
asking quite a
free,
bit.
yeah, and there's no like real story mode as far as I'm aware, so and
Ooh.
even Rocket League has that, so the Quarry got an 81 out of 57 critic reviews, which is about where I'd expect it. So that's really cool. Once
Hmm.
that goes down on a sell, I really am excited to play that. And Card Shark got an 81 out of 50 critic reviews. Um, Next week in games, just keep an eye out for Neon White. Just coming to Switch and PC on June 16th. So excited about that. Oh yeah, and that Shredder's Ninja Turtles is coming out, right? Same day.
Something. Yep.
Check out our other shows, Spoilercast. We're going through Star Wars, which is exciting. We love Star Wars, or maybe we don't.
Find
Uh,
out.
yeah, you come find out. Watch our spoiler casts, and we also did all of the MCU. So there's a playlist on the channel. You can listen to all of our MCU stuff. Check us out on Twitter. At LonerCast1 is where you can find updates about the show and the channel. At Emergency Pizza _ is my Twitter account, and check out Nick on Twitter as well at fatal_microwave. Check us out on twitch.tv/LonerCast, and check us out on podcast services by looking up Last Week in Games. Nick?
Jake?
Yep.
Yeah.